Hi everybody. Today my video is going to be about weddings. Guess who's getting married? You don't know her. You probably do. But her name is my cousin. Well, that's not her name, but that's what I'm going to just call her, my cousin, until I just blurt her name out by accident. And then from that forward, I'm just going to be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Basically, she got engaged about around Christmas time. And then, of course, you get engaged, you're going to get married. No big surprise there. But the surprise is, she act like she's not no way excited about her wedding. I never know anyone who's like, we're going to get married in summer. Not even picked a date yet. Okay, maybe because she's like 25, she doesn't seem like, oh, I'm only going to get married once. I'm not going to do this again. No big deal. I'm 37. As soon as somebody was to pop a ring on this finger, we'd already been discussing dates. That's like the first thing you discuss. So I'm in the car telling her, do you know it is February and the summer is going to be only 2 months away? Then at that time, she's like, well, I guess it's going to be sometime in August before school starts. I don't know about you people, but school starts here around August 12th, August 14th. And then she's like, well, I guess it'd be around August 1st. Our grandparents' anniversary is like July 31st, July 29th, so you kind of, on your wedding day, you kind of want it to be your day. You don't want to share it with anybody else, and especially if it's somebody else's anniversary, what is the chance of them actually coming to your wedding versus they're doing their own anniversary thing? So, and she's no way excited. I mean, she told her friends, but granted, I'm her family, and I'm just finding this out. She just seems so non-interested in it. I mean, she talked to her brothers and stuff, and want them to be there. But I was trying to express to her, if you don't know when you want your wedding, I mean, you have to have enough time. So people work, right? Let me just get to the brass tacks of it. People work, and if you want them to come to your wedding, how the hell are they going to ask for a day off if one, you're not acting like you really want to get married, and two, there's no date. How are you supposed to go to a wedding that you know that's supposed to happen sometime this summer that doesn't have a date? What you gonna tell your boss? Well, I'm going to a wedding sometime this summer, so if any day I call in, it's really the wedding I'm going to. Two, she's like, well, I guess my colors will be, kind of a purple teal and a baby blue. One, I never heard of a color purple teal. I know there's probably one out there, but the baby blue, okay, we can work with that. Then I asked her, does she have any theme in mind? No theme. I just want a small wedding. I really don't even want a reception, or I really don't know where I want the reception. It's not like we have a lot of money, blah, 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 blah. But the plain point is that it's your wedding. It's your day. Why not try to have as much things as you want, regardless of the money? You can throw a fabulous wedding on $500 if you know what to get, when it's on sale, and then half the time you can return half the stuff you use for wedding stuff, especially at Hobby Lobby, and get your money back. So it's not like you're really going to be out anything except for the reception. And I mean, that's food. Especially you're like, well, I want to invite 50 people. Is that 25 on his side, 25 on your side? Oh, so before her 50 people, she still doesn't have a date. Then I was like, well, what is it going to be? Then she's like, well, I got to talk to Jeremiah. And then I'm like, well, you need to set a date so you can start getting excited. And then I was like, well, what kind of dress you want? Well, I don't know what kind of dress I want. There's these white dresses called courthouse dresses, which is supposed to be like a courthouse wedding dress. It's not as full as a regular dress. And then she's like, then I'm going to put a sash on it because I'm not a virgin. You know how many people lie in church and wear white? You know how many people lie in the courtroom and wear a full dress because they thought they were going to get married in a church and then they get married at the courthouse. I don't understand. I mean, I guess because I'm like a real stickler on like traditions, and I guess because I have my own ideology about how I want my wedding, and I know this isn't my wedding, I know this is her wedding, but you still want everyone around you to have the best wedding possible. You don't want them to be like, I knew me and that dude wasn't going to last because our wedding cost $25. No, and then, I don't know, maybe because the luxury of being younger, she thinks that she's only going to get married once in life, which I do pray that she doesn't get a divorce. But at the same time, how do you know? I mean, she says that they want to have a great wedding. I mean, they want to have a small wedding now and then later on down have a bigger wedding. Okay, some people out there who's watching this probably have done that. But when life comes to shove, why? Why? No one's, I mean, really? How many people are going to show up to a wedding that y'all already married? Y'all just going to renew your vows? Why not spend the money? Why not have a half-ass wedding that you want now, and then have a badass honeymoon a couple months from now? Am I wrong or am I right? I just want to know if I want to make sure I'm not talking crazy. That I want to make sure that the big D's not talking through me. That's depression. I want to make sure that's not talking through me or whatever. But I'm pretty freaking I'm sorry. At times I have ADD. If you notice, that picture is not crooked. It's the way I'm holding the camera. It is straight on the wall. It is. I promise you. It is straight. But how can you not? I mean, some people do that. And I high five up that dedication, determination, not wanting to have kids. I mean, you don't have kids. You stay focused on the goal, blah, blah, blah. But why not have a badass honeymoon and they do some renewal values? I mean, you can renew your vows there. I mean, and half the time it's just going to be you, him, and whatever. And then she's like cutting down the ceremony to 15 minutes. Well, how can a wedding ceremony get any shorter than that? I mean, then we were talking about pictures and who's going to be the photographer. And she was like, well, that's Facebook. That's what Facebook's for. People, last time I checked, Facebook is not a photographer. Facebook is what people post on pictures. And how do you know, like 20 years from now, Facebook's going to even exist? Yeah, everyone remember MySpace? Everyone remember LinkedIn? Come on. MySpace is what? Now it's for music? Nobody even think MySpace. I mean, come on. If MySpace is still here 20 years from now, Mark Zuckerberg, high five right now. Because you, dude, are a pretty good dude in keeping that shit spicy for by then 30 years. But I kind of doubt that. Anyway, if you agree with me, write a comment below. If not, write a comment below. Pass the word on. Do whatever. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Like it.